Have you ever noticed, guys, whenever you start watching a news show or a financial report, they always start off with the fancy music and the shuffling papers around like they know what they're doing? What is all this that's going on with this short selling thing and the GameStop thing and the hedge funds going bankrupt and all the whining and complaining that's going on about the things should be regulated? The big story where the regular guys finally kick the asses of the hedge fund people. Isn't it great? Let me just have a sip of my coffee and we can get right into it, guys. Yes, I know. I'm drinking coffee out of a teacup. I realize that. But this is the low budget channel. What is a hedge fund? Let's Google it. Okay. There we go. Google search. Simple Google search. A simple definition of a hedge fund is an alternative investment that is designed to protect investment portfolios from market uncertainty while generating positive returns in both up and down markets. It's just somewhere that people put money. Hundreds of people pool their money in a hedge fund, and a hedge fund manager uses that money to try and make more money for them. That's what a hedge fund is. And it's run by a hedge fund manager. What is the definition of a hedge fund manager? He's the guy that runs the hedge fund. But let's do a Google search here. A hedge fund manager, simple definition. Here we go. Hedge fund manager is a greedy, self-centered prick that cares only about himself and wanting to make money. He usually drives a Lexus or a Mercedes and works on Wall Street. That's a hedge fund manager. Okay, let's be serious, guys. Let's be serious. The hedge fund manager manages the hedge fund. In that hedge fund, he buys and sells and trades stocks and bonds and all sorts of different financial instruments in an attempt to make money for the people that invest in the hedge fund. They like to make money when things go up, they like to make money when things stay flat, and they like to make money when things go down because they're greedy. Well, the traditional way of making money on the stock market that I think all of us understand is to just simply go out and buy some shares in a company. Let's say you buy some shares for $1, and then you wait, and the shares go up in value, say to $5, and then you sell them. You've made $4 a share. And hedge funds do this as well. But they have very sneaky ways of making money as well when stocks go up. For instance, they'll promote and underwrite new listings. Let's say there's a new stock that's going to list on the market for the first time. They'll sell this stock to clients, and they'll say, well, based on the value of the company and the amount of shares that are going to be distributed for the first time, we value this new issue at around $5. This stock should hit the market at $5. They don't tell you that they have something called founder shares that they got as a fee for doing the underwriting. They may have millions of shares, founder shares that they receive for 10 cents that they own and that they have to hold in escrow for 6 months or a year before they can sell them on this stock that they're selling as a new issue that will hit the market at around $5. They have all sorts of these little hidden advantages in how to make money. So they make money when stocks go up. They also make money when stocks stay flat. When a stock stays flat for years and years and years, they can hold that stock, and what they do is they sell things called covered calls on that stock monthly. A covered call is like it's a contract that they can sell. If they own a stock that's worth $50, they can sell a covered call on that stock at $52. This is very complicated. You probably don't know what a covered call is. They can sell a contract in the future to potentially sell that stock at a profit, even though it hasn't gone up. If the stock goes up to that value, they've sold the stock. They've sold it by virtue of selling a covered call. If the stock doesn't go up, they just simply take the fee for the covered call. So they make money when the stock is flat. But they also want to make money when stocks go down. And the way they make money when stocks go down is they short the stocks. How do they do that? How do they short a stock? What does that mean? Well, it's simple. Most regular schmoes would think, well, you have to buy the stock at $1, wait for it to go to $5, and then sell it. And then you make $4. Well, no. These guys do it the other way around. They say, the stock's at $5 today, but we think this company is going to go down. We think it's in trouble and it's going to go bankrupt, and eventually the stock's going to go to zero. So we're going to sell it today at $5. But we don't own the stock. We're going to sell 1 million shares of this stock at $5 today. But we don't own it. But that's okay because we run this hedge fund. We've got a lot of money in this hedge fund. We can do this because we have a lot of money behind us, and if we need the money, it's there. If something goes wrong, we got a lot of money behind us. So they sell a contract. They sell a contract that says, I have sold you this stock for $5, and you can take possession of this stock at the end of next month. Well, they wait till the end of next month, and if the stock has gone down in value, if the stock has gone down from $5 to $1, then they simply close out their position. They buy the stock for $1. They give it to the guy that bought the contract, and they've made $4. They just sold before they bought. Now, what's happening today is there's this company called GameStop. GameStop. They're a bricks and mortar company. They sell video games. But in this time, this internet age where it's very easy to buy games online through Steam or different methods of just downloading them online. On top of that, there's this pandemic going on, so there's not a lot of people going to the store. This company's been having some trouble, and the future of this company just doesn't look so bright. So these hedge fund managers, the one particular hedge fund, Marvin, you have the brain the size of a planet, but you're losing all your money on this hedge fund trade. It's Melvin Capital. What a dumb name. Melvin Capital, the hedge fund, which shorted GameStop. What they did, I'm going to make up numbers here to try and explain it, okay? These numbers are probably not the real, but I'm going to use multiples of 1 so we can understand it. GameStop is a company, it's trading at $5, let's say. So this hedge fund is thinking, well, they're not going to do very well. They're going to go bankrupt. They're closing stores. They can't sell anything. It's looking really bad for this company. So we want to, because we're greedy bastards, we want to make money on their demise. We're going to go short on this stock. We're going to create a short sell contract on this stock in which we sell 1 million shares at $5 at the end of next month. The contract holder can take delivery of that stock. Someone bought that contract. Then time went by at the end of next month. They fully expected that stock to be down close to zero, and they would say, ha, 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 you bought the contract. It's time for delivery. We sold the stock for $5, and now it's trading for 1 penny. We can go on the market and buy it for 1 penny and give it to you. Ha, 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 sucker. But that didn't happen. That didn't happen. When the contract was ready to close, they looked at the stock and they said, well, wait a minute. It didn't go down. It's not $5. It's not 4, 3, 2. It went up to $7. Well, fuck! They were upset. They would have to buy the stock at $7 to close out the contract. But they're greedy bastards, remember? So they didn't do that. They said, well, it's going to go bankrupt. They're going to close all their stores. I'll tell you what we need to do. We won't buy the stock for $7 and close out this contract. Let's just short some more. Let's sell more shares at $7. We'll sell another 1 million shares at $7. That should cover us. We'll make another $7 million, yeah, and that contract will close at the end of next month. Whew, okay, yeah, it's good. We just have to wait a little longer. And they waited a month, and the stock didn't go down. It did at the end of the month. It didn't go down to 10 cents. They looked at it and said, "What? The stock has gone up to $52. What the hell? Fuck!" Well, this is ridiculous. We're not buying the stock for $52 to close out this contract. I'll tell you what, this stock is worth. Let's short sell some more, and they made another contract to sell the stock. They shorted it as it was going up, and short selling. This is the thing. This is the beauty. This is what's fantastic. Is when you buy a stock for $5, if everything goes wrong, and the company goes bankrupt and the stock goes to zero, you can lose all your money. If you buy it for $5 and it goes down to zero, you've lost it all. You've lost all $5. The thing about short selling is, if you short sell a stock at $5, you sell it for $5. There's no limit to how much you can lose. If the stock goes down to zero, that's the most you can make. I sold it for $5, it went down to zero. So I really don't have to buy it to close out this contract. I've made $5. But what happens if you short the stock at $5? You sell it for $5. and it goes up to 10. Then you have to buy the stock at 10 to close out your position. You've lost $5 per share. What happens if it goes up to 20? Well, then you've got to buy it at 20 to close out your... You've lost $15. What if it goes up to 50? What if it goes up to 100? Well, what happened with GameStop is the shares were trading at around $6, $7, $8 when these hedge funds started shorting the stock. Well, today it's trading over $300. And it might go higher. How did this happen? Well, what happened is some regular schmoes on Reddit. There's something called a Reddit forum. What is it called? I wrote it down here so that I would get it right. A hedge fund. What is it? It's a Reddit forum, a subreddit on the website Reddit called Wall Street Bets, which has something like 2 million followers, where people go and discuss stock tips and what they should buy and what they should sell. They latched onto this GameStop, and they latched onto the fact that these hedge funds were shorting the stock, and they said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we just kept buying the stock and not let it go down? So people started buying the stock, even though the fundamentals of the stock are not that good. The company's not doing very well. Well, they kept buying and buying and buying. That as these hedge funds were shorting, these regular schmoes, millions of people buying small amounts of the shares were able to make the shares go up. Today, the shares are trading over $300, and these hedge fund managers are going, we're going to lose everything. And they could lose it all as the stock keeps going up. Imagine if you're a hedge fund and you enter into a short sale contract. You sell 10 million shares at $5. Think of the astronomical number. If the shares go up to $300, which they have, and the contract comes due, the guy you sold that contract to, you've agreed to sell them shares at $5. He's saying, well, give me my shares. I know they're trading at $347. I want them now. So these hedge funds would have to buy the shares at $347 for millions of them in order to close their contract. Of course, that's going to make the value of the shares go even higher. and the beauty, the reason I'm laughing, and the reason is the regular schmoes have finally emerged victorious, is because these hedge fund managers, these greedy, selfish pricks, are the same ones who were, lobbying and begging the government back at the turn of the century, please deregulate the banks so that we can lend more and we can create new and fancy instruments and ways for us to make money. We can invent something called a subprime loan, and we'll put mortgages and different types of securities all into one little bundle, and we'll sell them, and we'll say that they're AAA, and then everyone can lose all their money except for us. And they almost single-handedly destroyed the world economy in 2008 through deregulating and letting them run rampant and do whatever the fuck they wanted. These guys, these same guys today, are crying and whining and complaining. This isn't fair. Those guys on the subreddit forum they've colluded. They work together to stop us from making money. Now we are bankers and hedge fund managers. We drive Mercedes and Lexuses and BMWs, and we drive downtown to a big office tower made out of glass, and we usually go up to near the top floor, and we have meetings in big boardrooms with large wooden tables where we discuss things and how to screw people so that we can make money. We talk to all our friends and brokerage companies, and we let them know that we're shorting GameStop, and they should start selling shares, and they should start putting pressure on the shares and start calling all their clients and getting them to bail and help us get that stock down so that we can make millions. Those guys on the guys on the Reddit forum that screwed us, Well, we're allowed to do that because we're hedge fund managers and brokers. But those Reddit guys, they don't drive BMWs and Lexuses. They're not going to offices. They don't have big boardroom tables. It's not legit. They're doing it on the internet. They're meeting in chat rooms and coffee shops and their basements. And they're not shorting millions of shares. They're buying a few shares here and there, millions of them. And we're losing all our money. We want the government to help us now. We need to regulate this. We're going broke. Please, we don't want to lose all our money. It's a new BMW. I just took out a lease. I need to make a lease payment next week. I could get fired. All I can say is hallelujah. The little guy has finally won. You greedy, selfish, self-serving, arrogant pricks. Now you want regulation? Now you want the government to step in and save you? These guys are so pathetic and so... You know what they'd like to do? These brokers and these hedge fund managers? This is what they'd like to... This is how they'd like the system to work. They'd like to be able to drive to work in their BMW, go to their nice boardroom, get themselves a nice cup of coffee at the free coffee machine, and sit there and go like this. Just be able to pick up the phone and say, hello, is this the government? Yes. Could you please print another $1 million today and just deposit it into my account, please? Thank you. Click. That's how they'd like it to work. That's how easy they would like it to be for them to make money. But in their attempt to try and screw the poor company, the poor company that's fallen on hard times, that's struggling to stay alive, they want to kick them while they're down and short sell them and accelerate their demise and make millions as they're faltering. They got their asses kicked by just a bunch of, who knows, a bunch of unknowns on a Reddit forum and on TikTok and on social media. Hey, I got my $600 coronavirus check from Trump. I'll buy a share. Hoo-ha! And all I can say is, yeah, I have no sympathy. I have no sympathy for these hedge fund managers. I just think it's fantastic. Okay, let's be serious for the end of the video here. What you've learned is the stock market, hedge funds, all this financial stuff has nothing to do with the economy. It's just simply a casino. It's just simply a place where people go to gamble, and the house usually win. The hedge fund managers and these stock, they almost always win with their founder shares and their green shoes and their and all the advantages they get. But you have to remember that the value of any given stock has nothing to do with the actual true. It's just a number. Depending on how many people are buying and how many people are selling and who's manipulating what. And today, what's happening today is the little guys are doing the manipulation and the big guys are taking it up the ass. And all I can say is, I'm for the little guys. Thanks for watching, guys. I think I just had to talk about that a little bit because I think it's a great story. We'll see how it unfolds. Thanks for watching. Click a like or dislike if you interact with the freaking video. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll know when the lunatic posts again. I don't know how to end these videos. I need a shtick. What do I say? We'll catch you next time? Whatever. Let's just fade out, okay? Let's fade out. Have a great day.